Hi there, and welcome to Buncee. Today we're going to talk about what benefits this program has and what possibilities you can do with it in your own classroom. Now, Buncee is a more student-friendly version of Google Slides. Um, what's great about this is that it's great for all learners, EL learners, students who have SPED accommodations, students that need that extra support during for reading assistance, or maybe they need a little bit more audio with their instruction. So what we can do is we're going to open up a new Buncee, and here they just updated this, so we're going to go ahead and create but 3.0. So at Buncee, you have all of these certificates that you can choose from, or templates. So here we have dinosaur research, we have ice cream orders, a library book menu, we have journals, maybe for students that are older. You have templates, you have resumes, business cards. You also have different tips like physical education, fitness trackers. You have events and flyers that are already pre-made, kind of like a combination of what Canva does, if you guys haven't already done that before. If you ever want to create like a social media flyer or anything like to send out to parents, you can. You do have worksheets, language learning, which is very important to our students. Here you have in different languages, like sign language. These are already pre-created. So what we can do is we're going to go ahead and create something on the printable worksheets. And so here we have post-its. You have schedules here, scavenger hunt. So all these things that students can do, or that you don't have to actually recreate. So here's my Buncee. Now what I can do is, if I want to, it's very friendly here. There's two main things that the students would be doing is changing their title, of course, and then adding a background, and then adding an item. They have the zoom features here. They have undo if they make a mistake, redo if they want something to repeat. The preview button is how it looked like to others. A share button. And then the items here. So I'll go into more detail there. So first thing you can do is, if you're trying to change a background, you could definitely click, and you have a variety of options. You can upload your own, view colors, see what's trending. You have challenge boards that they've created, animals. See. Very realistic pictures, or they even have some clip art, depending on what you're doing. You can go with parts. The possibilities are endless. Flowers, library. See. Professional, if you're using it for PD and rubrics. See. Again, all editable, so you can choose one if you don't like exactly what it has, you can always change it. You also have templates here that are pre-made. So we're going to go ahead and select this one. And you can add it to this page or to all pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this page. Okay. Let's say I want to change the sizes. I can always resize my canvas depending on what I'm going to be using. The settings are right here. Now, the great thing about Buncee in the way that it makes it accessible to all is that it has Microsoft Immersive Reader. You can turn that on or off, depending the web accessibility. If you want students to access it online or just with the link. Show watermark, text-to-speech is another feature that you can turn on and off. And stitching is a possibility of like copying from another slide that you created and pasting into this one. So it's like a copy-paste. So what I can do here is add an item. So now I'm going to start adding. And I can add a variety of things, text, shapes, drawings, Buncee 3D, a message from Buncee, emojis. They've integrated with Khan Academy. I also have a take photo, record video. I can put links here. These links exactly would be a YouTube Vimeo or image. Upload, I can upload anything of my own. I can add questions here, a free response, or I can add a multiple choice. and delete if necessary. Multiple choice question, and the QR code. Let's say I'm doing a presentation and I want everybody to have a copy of this presentation. They can just scan this QR code. Okay, so now if I want to add something in here, I can just grab my text and then click here. I can also add audio, which is very important to everybody. So not only can I write, so I can put the 5 most important books I've read, right? And then I can also go ahead and record that as well. So here's my record button. The students can also upload as well. Or if you already have some pre-recorded things here, some music maybe, you can do that. Another great thing is that anything that you do type physically can be read. So once I'm in preview, if I have that Microsoft Immersive Reader turned on, this is what it looks like for the viewer. They can just press this Immersive Reader and press play.
Example: 5 most important books I've read.
Okay, so here I can change the text preferences if I want it to be bigger or smaller. I can increase the spacing if I want to, the font, the themes, more colors, especially for those students that struggle with seeing just a bright white screen. Let's see, go back here. Syllables, if you want the students to do by nouns or look for nouns, verbs, or adjectives. It's a great feature. So I have the nouns, so all the nouns are purple. I can do it by syllables if I need to. And then here I can have that line focus aspect right here. I can have a picture dictionary. And the greatest thing is here I can translate. So anything that you type can be translated for the student as long as you teach them beforehand how to use this tool. And do I want it to do by word or by document? So right now, I'm not going to use translate right now. Go back to text and exit out. So this is the Immersive Reader. Again, already built in with Buncee. I can see how many people have seen it, likes or comments. Go to edit. And now I'm back here. If I want to add another screen, I can. Now another great feature of Buncee is that you can also upload PDFs. So there's worksheets that you've already created and you just want to upload them. Super friendly, and you do not have to convert it to a PNG yourself. So this is a PDF that I uploaded from Selena Quintanilla Perez. Of course, now this one from a PDF, I've had to convert it. I've had to copy the text from the PDF and I just copied and pasted it here. Because when you do that, if you press upload a PDF, it'll recognize it as an image. But since I want this to be read out loud, I want the Microsoft Immersive Reader to be activated. I need to make sure that I'm actually pasting in text, see? Which is very different than if I just upload a PDF, which makes it look like an image. So that way, whenever students want to, see it in the real life and displayed, they can just go ahead and put the Immersive Reader and it actually reads to them, see?
Buncee Selena.
And then here's
Selena Quintan.
You can make it go faster or slower, by the way. So that's the difference between a regular PDF and like copying and pasting it. So just remember, you can upload PDFs, but if you do, just be wary that the Microsoft Immersive Reader won't recognize it as text. But if you were to copy the text and paste it into here, then it would recognize it. Here I can embed GIFs, active movement, arrows I can draw. I can annotate as necessary as an example for students. And then in the next one, I can just upload a blank new one and then change my background, upload. And then here is where I would upload an additional worksheet or PDF that I need them to complete. So page 1 could be my example, like how I annotate a nonfiction biography. And then page 2 is when I'm giving them another one and they have to do it by themselves. And I can record my instructions with it, whatever I need to do. Now, in order to change it to resize it, I just did this. I went to letter and I did from landscape to portrait, see? And it makes it seem like an actual paper. So put no, sorry, because I already did it. Again, super friendly, and it also saves time for whenever you do have those PDFs and worksheets that are already on your Google Drive, and you just want to make sure that they're being utilized correctly, especially in this age of virtual teaching. I'm going to go back to my Buncee. Another examples that you guys have is this is, for example, a PD that I did. And here I can go back to edit. Let's say I want this exact slide. I can just copy, or these videos. See, the videos are embedded as well. So if a student ever has, if you ever need to watch them, it won't take them out to YouTube. It'll just go ahead and make them stay on Buncee, which is a great feature. If there's a PDF that you want students to have, you can actually upload a PDF and then have them download it straight to their desktop, which is super awesome. Here I have, again, GIFs are pretty important. So let's say I want this slide into my other Buncee presentation. So what I can do is press towards the top and make sure that I have stitching allowed. I wanted to make sure that inclusive instruction, that's the slide I'm going to get this slide from. So I'm going to go back to my Buncee. I'm going to go back to this is the one where I want that slide to be copied. Go to edit. And here I'm going to press that plus sign. Here I'm going to click on add stitching. And then you're going to make sure that whatever you stitch from the previous slide, you're going to put in here, select, and it'll copy it into your new presentation. So that's a great thing. So it saves time from whenever you do have various Buncees and you just have this particular slide that you're always copying. That's their way of copy and pasting. Another example would be this, a schedule. Welcome back to school, get to know me, right? For this one, this would be great to be embedded. So let's say you have an LMS that allows for sharing, right? This is a worksheet that you want students to complete. You can go ahead and press share. Here you can customize the settings. You can do either is it copyable? Does it mean that any coworkers can copy this format? Comment, or can students comment? Anybody with a link, specific Buncee user, or only me? If you want to code it, for example, I use Schoology, which is an LMS that allows for HTML code. So this here would be the codes for that, or Canvas as well. It would allow you to do that. You can email it, share it with Buncee users. So if you have your students embedded with Google Classroom, you can go ahead and put from your classes and assign it to your students. Depending if it's an event or not, this is something that you could send out to parents if they're trying to come to our open house or anything like that. Your social media platforms, Microsoft Teams is great if you're using that for your school district. Or download. Maybe you just want to save this as a PNG or a PDF. You're actually able to do so. I hope that this inspires you to create your own Buncee and to make sure that anything that you do pick, that you have in mind all learners of all abilities, and to make sure that the technology is reflective of that.